Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett and I'm the founder and owner of TechViewsNelp, and today I'm starting a new project, a Android application, and I'm putting this one on hold for a little while because I'm getting bored of it. There's 719 of these things and I got like 80 something like that so far, so I got a ways to go, and it's basically I wrote this code, copy and paste it, change a couple things in there and move on. And then when I get into the Java thing, I gotta write a code and basically copy and paste it 718 times with doing pretty much the exact same thing here as changing some minor things like the IDs and whatnot. And I'm not looking forward to that at all. So when you get in those type of situations, and if you're not working for a company, then it might be best to take a step back and just do something else and come back to it later if you want to. But if you work for a company, you obviously don't have that choice. So as far as things goes, let's start a new project and give it a second or two. And this project is going to be, give it a second or two to load up fully. This project is going to be called Old Burying Grounds, Beaufort, North Carolina. Alright, so as far as this goes, let's click next. Let's let me think about this one in a second. I'll get back to it because it's actually pretty important. I don't want the thing to be too low. Now usually that's not a big thing. Most people don't want to be too high, and that's something to keep in mind, because higher you get, the less people can mess with it. But the reason why I don't want it too low is we're dealing with a very, very advanced function, and I don't think you can do it in anything lower than 14, a API level of 14, which is Android 4.0. So that's a huge thing to keep in mind. And I'll explain a little bit on what we're going to do in a second, but let's load this up. And I'll just rename that in a bit. In fact, let me rename that right now. Alright, so let it load up, and I'll explain why I done that in a second. I got some of the code already written up in Eclipse. Eclipse is pretty good for Java. Android Studio is pretty good for XML. Unfortunately, they need to merge them, but for right now, that's what I gotta deal with. So you're gonna see me copy and paste some of the stuff over, and that's one thing to keep in mind. But letting it load up for a second or two, and when it does, I will get a little bit more on what this application will do. Now, as far as this application goes, there's a historical place that some of my family actually likes to go to, and here it's not really they like to go to it. They mentioned that they want to go to it, and I want to make an application, and I figured that it's a good way for me to get my name out so I can actually get jobs and whatnot. But anyways, basically the place has a map, and unfortunately it's a basic brochure, which is fine for most, but why not use your smartphone? So basically you'll pull up a map and you can click on each one of these numbers and it pulls up whatever information that's related to that number. So what they got now is you gotta look at a map, look at some part of the brochure, match the number, read about the number, then go back to the map. Why go back and forth and jump through all the hoops when you can just do it on your smartphone and click a button and there you go? So it's making it a lot easier, and again, it's really more for a resume material to help me get jobs and whatnot, especially with this huge dry spell out there. But anyways, I'm going to just do what I did with the last the last application, this one, and basically shut up and let you watch me code it, and then at the end, when I get everything done, either being on here or close, whatever I can get first. Because remember that this is in beta, the Android Studio is in beta, so it might crash so much where I get fed up and just do it straight in Eclipse, where I got a lot of work done anyways. But I'm going to just explain how I made it and how it works, the code end of it, and that way you can run with it whenever. So anyways, I hope you like this video, and if you do, please like, please subscribe, and please share, and hope you have a great day, and hope you watch the rest of this video.